Hey, what's up, Mutantville YouTube channel? You got Johnny Brento here for another vlog. Trying to work in tandem with my good buddy Strebo and provide an update for this channel each and every day. And sometimes that means recording a couple in a row to have on standby for those days that come up that I can't exactly, make it, make the time to cut into my day and do a vlog or whatever. I'm actually working from home here, so I do have a job that's going on right now. But I can take a few minutes to talk to you, my good friends at Mutantville and Mutantville Players YouTube channel. So I'm still working it out with this new camera. I wanted you guys to see the wide angle of where the nerve center, if you will, here of Mutantville, where I do a lot of the editing, DVD design, and all kinds of work, really, everything from scripting down to editing and authoring DVDs. But you can see that I started reworking my posters yesterday in an attempt to maximize my space. I want to eventually wallpaper this because I'm a huge collector of posters, although I haven't been doing that lately. And ironically, yesterday I received an email from my old source for really hot posters, Dwayne, aka Midnight Screamfest, aka Artisan Pro on eBay. And the offerings that he had for me were just too compelling to pass up, because he ended up having two that were really highly sought after original posters. These go for anywhere from 100 to about 80, and usually from him I can get really good deals lower than that. I'm not going to out the guy for the price he gave me, because I think maybe I might be getting a little bit of a special price on this. But what he had up to sell me was really 5 posters. Typically, if I buy more than 2, he'll throw in some sort of little extra. But the ones that he had were pretty cool. The biggest one that I've been looking for a long time was the Maniac poster. It's the classic poster. You guys have, I'm sure, all seen it with the. Basically, I'll just describe it to you here. It has like a guy's jeans and a knife, and it looks like he's holding a head, although in fact it's just where he scalped a woman and he's holding her hand. And it says, "I warned you not to go out tonight, Maniac," and then a pool of blood in his bloody tennis shoes. This is from the original, Joe Spinelli film, Maniac, which I wasn't wild about that film. I thought it was cool for a greasy piece of slasher exploitation, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. But I'll tell you, we screened the remake starring Elijah Wood at the Mad Monster Film Fest this year, and had a huge turnout for that, thanks to Back Alley Film Fest. And I gotta tell you, it was pretty awesome, the new version of the film. And one of the things that they do, there's a shot where he's just killed a woman, and his thing is he cuts off part of their scalp and puts them on mannequins. And that's not really a spoiler. Anybody knows anything about the film, I guess it is a spoiler. But anyway, he does this, and in the new movie, the remake, he walks up to a shiny car after he does it, and you sort of see the reflection kind of from the navel down, and it reproduces what we see in this poster. And I remember everybody in the audience when that happened went, "Oh," because everybody identified so strongly with this amazing illustrated art from this original poster. So this one's been on my hit list for quite some time, and I'd say it's certainly worth $100, and I got it for significantly less than that. So I'm very chuffed about that. Also, Hell Night, a grossly underrated film, and I've always been a huge fan of that film. It's one of those films that made me think, I could actually make this movie, but I can make it better, and I like things like that, where the idea, the concept is strong, whether or not the actual movie itself is that strong. So yeah, it's an amazing looking image on, and it's illustrated as well on the cover. It's basically Linda Blair, and she's grabbing the gate, and the house is right in the background, and it's a little different from the geography of the actual location in the movie, but still it captures all the quintessential elements of what made Hell Night a cool movie. You know, kids trapped on this spooky estate in this old mansion with a couple of, you know, albino freaks, you know, on the prowl. So excellent, excellent. And then he had one of the more unexpected offerings. He had the poster for a film called Antichrist. It's a German poster. You can look this up, but it's very explicit. I'll say that. Look that one up. And then he had the international poster for Life Force, which has the vampire women and the space pods coming off the big bat ship, and that is just one of my favorite. It's not the classic. It's not the classic Life Force poster that everyone's most familiar with, but it is an alternate, and it looks amazing. It's just a really. It's again illustrated, which is I'm a sucker for the illustrated posters. So I was great to. It was great to just get a chance to cherry pick that one, and then lastly, the 1972's Countess Dracula, original German movie poster, which is probably one of 3 or 4 that are folks that looked that film up will see. But this is the one with the frontal nudity and the vampire chick sort of doing this, and her hair kind of goes off and makes this huge shadow, and she's next to a gravestone which has the name of the movie, and in this case, of course, it's German, Comtesse des Gravins. I don't know how you pronounce that, but anyway, the film, that's a really great film. Interestingly, it was the censors really wanted to get a hold of that one pretty heavily, but through some negotiation, the studio chief at the time of Hammer Studios was able to talk them out of it. And so that film is really bloody, really explicit, lots of nudity. And I also was reading up on it, and it looks like Ingrid Pitt was a replacement, so she wasn't the first choice, but she was awesome in that film. So it makes you wonder how different the film could have been had she not been in it. It may have been like a total nothing. But yeah, I enjoyed that film, Countess Dracula. So check that film out, and now I have the poster. Now, obviously I can't display the ones with even illustrated nudity, so I may be looking to flip the Antichrist poster and the Countess Dracula poster. If anyone's interested in those, let me know. Maybe not, though. I don't know. I may hold on to them. The Countess Dracula one's exceptionally cool, so we'll see. But anyway, I dropped a couple of bills on this stuff, and instead of putting it in the bank like I should have for my flying platform for the GoPro, but we'll get there eventually, guys. But just in general collecting, I mean, it's ironic that I don't collect all the time, but here I was thinking about posters. And so I come back to my desk to work, and I have an email almost immediately from Midnight Screamfest with these awesome offerings. These were actually posters he wasn't going to get rid of. So anytime a series collector needs to let go of some of his stuff, it's always good to be on the who's who of collectors with this person. And he always does a great job of packaging. I feel like really good deals from him in the past. So I'm really happy to get those, even though the timing wasn't so great. I'm still trying to plan for attending Texas Fright Night, not Texas Fright Night. What am I saying? Fright Night Film Fest in Kentucky, and so this is just a little slight setback to that, but we still have time, so it's all good. So yeah, just to let you guys know, every time I record with the GoPro, the Hero 3, I have to also make an audio recording with the phone, because the waterproof case for the Hero 3 really dampens the audio, and unfortunately there is an optional case back door, but I don't want to alter the case because I know I'm going to use this camera underwater, and I'm fearful for creating some sort of leak or whatever with it, so I'm leaving the original case intact, so I can just and the case is what holds it for all the mounts. So there you go. But yeah, this is it, the nerve center, and eventually you'll see all these walls completely plastered in my posters that I don't mind putting thumbtacks in. and I have plenty of them. So my plan is just to completely plaster this for these vlogs, since I don't get to have the awesome Mutantville banner that Strebo's got behind him. So that's it for this vlog. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you next time on Johnny Brento's Mutantville vlog.